The recovery has been a lot slower than I anticipated. Hi guys, I am back coming to you with an update from my messy kitchen. So today we had newborn pictures done, and so that's why I am fully ready. Otherwise, I definitely would not have been. I am 12 days postpartum today, so Miss Elora is 12 days old. So I'm coming to you with an update on how we've been doing, how the baby's been doing, what's been going on here at home with the family. So if you didn't know, Miss Elora was born on September 16th at 5:40 in the morning after almost 26 hours of labor. The recovery has been a lot slower than I anticipated, and we're both doing really well. I'm feeling good now. I'm able to do more and more things every single day. I don't have another OB appointment until October 11th, so they're going to check up on me, and Miss Elora has another pediatrician appointment a little bit before that, so we're going to take her to the pediatrician again for her 2-week checkup. She did go, I believe, the Tuesday after she was born, and she was already back up at birth weight, and she's doing really, really well. The pediatrician said she is perfect. Instead of seeing us back in 1 week, they decided to see us back in 2, so she's doing really well. Aside from not sleeping very well through the night, as most newborns do, she definitely has her days and nights switched, and she's very much so a contact sleeper. So she does not like to be put down for naps or to be, to go to sleep or anything like that. So between the hours of 2 and 6 in the morning, typically we're up with her. So that's been a little bit rough on us, but we've just been trying to nap when she naps during the day and trying to balance that with the housework that needs done, because babies don't do laundry, babies don't do dishes. So we can sleep when the baby sleeps, but we also have to keep up on the household chores and the dogs and everything else. So it's been an adjustment, to say the least, but everybody's doing really well. So I wanted to give that update. So my husband goes back to work in a couple days, and I think I'm going to try to get back to work myself. I obviously work from home and I can choose, my own schedule. I just have to get some videos edited and some videos uploaded and scheduled for you guys. We're scheduled out a little bit right now, thanks to my dad doing the editing, but I'm going to try to get back to work and get to posting more on the TikTok page and things like that. So I think my plan of action with her is just to baby wrap carry her for most of the day, because she does prefer to contact nap. I might be able to get more work done if she naps longer, and I think she'll nap longer in the baby carrier as opposed to in the pack and play or the bassinet. So I think that's going to be my course of action. I'm just going to try to focus on her and maybe getting a little bit of work done and maybe some housework, in that order. Her, maybe some work for the channel, maybe some housework. I also, excitingly enough, have been gifted some items from a company called Groansy, I believe. This is sponsored in the way that they did send me these products for free to test out, and I was really actually excited that they reached out to me, because we've been having some unforeseen issues with breast milk and formula. So my original plan was to exclusively breastfeed Elora, but unfortunately I wasn't making enough for her in the first few days in the hospital. I'll go into more detail on that when I do my birth story. I'd like to do like a full birth story at some point, but she had some sugar issues in the hospital and we had to stay an extra day because of that. I just wasn't producing enough milk for her. Before my milk had come in, it wasn't really enough for her to latch properly and get enough to keep her sugars up. So we've been supplementing with formula ever since she was about a day and a half old, and it was kind of an unforeseen thing for us to have to navigate because we were not expecting to have to use formula whatsoever. So we've been having to go and panic buy for lack of a better term, a bunch of distilled water, a bunch of bottles. We only had 3 bottles at the house and she didn't like any of them. We had to go buy formula. We've had to switch formulas to see which one she tolerates best. I've had to buy a brand new breast pump because I need to pump a lot more. She's not drinking breast milk at the moment, so I'm having to pump and store milk as opposed to letting her latch. It's just been a lot to have to navigate here in the first few weeks of her life, and a lot of unforeseen challenges that we've had to go through. So this company reached out to me and they asked if I would like them to send me 2 products. One of them being this bottle warmer. So I was actually really excited when they asked if I wanted them to send me this, because we've had so many issues having to supplement with formula, and she's pretty much exclusively formula fed right now, just because she's been having some sensitivities, some stomach sensitivities to my breast milk and to formula that is not lactose free. So we're thinking maybe she might have a lactose intolerance or a lactose allergy, or maybe she just has a sensitive stomach. We have no idea. We were going to buy one of these anyway because we've had to basically go and buy all of the supplies to do pumping and formula feeding. Unexpectedly, they asked if I wanted one of these, and I was like, of course, I was going to buy one anyway. So I'm excited to try it out. They do have a discount code for you guys, and I will be able to post that here in the description box. So if you or anyone you know is looking for a bottle warmer or for this other product that they sent me, which is a nasal aspirator, you can use the code in my description box for, I believe, 25% off. If not, I will correct it, but my sleepy mom brain is thinking that it's 25%. If not, I'll put it on the screen. But the code will be in the description box for both of these, and the links as well. They just sent me a link to their Amazon page where you can buy these products from Amazon, and I looked them up before I asked for them to send them to me, and they had really good reviews. So I'm really excited to try this. I do have another nasal aspirator. It's the Freedom Mom one. We haven't used that one yet, but I have been using the bulb syringe from the hospital, so I'll be excited to see how this compares to the bulb syringe from the hospital. It does have a ton more features, obviously, than the bulb syringe. But this one I'm really excited to test out as well, because we've just been giving her cold formula from the fridge, or cold breast milk. So we haven't been heating anything up or like running anything underwater. She does take cold formula and cold breast milk, but it does take her a little bit longer to begin feeding because of the cold sensation. So I'll be curious to see if this improves that, and if this makes her a little bit more sleepy after feeds, because she's been having issues going back down after a feed, especially at night. We will see, but for now I'm going to unbox this with you guys and go over the specs, what it does. I think it has 8 features or like utilities that you can use it for. So I'm really excited to open this first, and then I'll go ahead and open the nasal aspirator, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and put it upstairs. She does get kind of like this mucusy like milk buildup in the back of her throat. Imagine if you were to drink like Gatorade or a glass of milk and have like that mucus in the back of your throat. That's kind of what she has, and it makes it hard for her to lay flat on her back in the bassinet, which is required for safe sleep. No blankets, nothing else in the bassinet with her. We've been suctioning her, like her mouth, inside of her mouth, to try to get some of that buildup out so that she can sleep better. So I think we're going to try doing that with this instead of the bulb syringe from the hospital. I'm hoping that the suction is a little bit more powerful and it will be able to more efficiently get some of that mucus buildup out, and I'm hoping that it's easy to clean. But I also read, I think that it has a bunch of different tips. It has 3 different speeds, or like suction, 3 different settings for like suction power, and then it also, I think, plays music, which is kind of weird, but I mean, hey, if that calms your baby down whenever you're suctioning them, then all the power to you. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this. Oh, a package of stain remover. I'm assuming for if you use this for food, it might stain the inside of it, because I think you can use it to heat food up, like baby food or like homemade baby food. I'm assuming if it gets stains inside of the container, you can use that. Okay. So here is the unit. It is a good size. It's not like heavy or anything, so it's definitely like easy to carry around if you were to need it in different rooms of the house, or mean, it plugs into the wall, but I mean, even on the go, if you were to take it like to an in-law's house or something, it's pretty compact and it's lightweight, so probably wouldn't be an issue taking it anywhere in your diaper bag. So that is nice to know. I think they said it had 8 different features. So that's it put together. Super easy to put together. Oh, it even has a chart of the things that you would like to heat up. So like bottle, plastic, silicone, glass, or milk bag, and it shows you how much water to add and then how long it takes to heat it up and keep it warm. That's handy, and so I won't have to look at the guide or anything. It's just displayed right here on the side, so I don't have to like open the manual or anything every single time I want to know how long to heat things up. That would be good for when I'm exhausted and doing this in the middle of the night or even during the day. But they do have the reference guide here as well. Okay, so this is exactly 40 milliliters, and you have to put distilled water in this and then pour it in the bottom, and that's how it heats up. Your contents. So it has a fast warming setting, so you can quickly warm a bottle of milk in 3 to 7 minutes. It has a timer countdown, and then it has also the constant milk warming feature. So you add distilled water to the max line. Milk is heated at a slower speed, about an hour at a set temperature, and then kept warm for 24 hours. Defrost a bottle of milk to liquid state. Food heating, so you can add distilled water to the max line mark. Heat your food at a desired set temperature in around 1.5 hours. Frozen meat puree takes 3. Keep it at a set temperature for 6 hours. You can also sterilize 1 bottle at a time in this. So you add 100 to 150 milliliters distilled water. You can sanitize bottles, pacifiers. Interesting. So like an on-the-go sterilizer. That is neat as well. That would be great for travel. So like if you are going like out of town for a couple days and you don't want to bring your entire bottle sterilizer, because we have a bottle sterilizer, but it's big and it's heavy, and that would be ridiculous to try to carry around. But if you had this would easily fit in like say your diaper bag, and you could just sterilize 1 bottle at a time, or a couple pacifiers at a time. So that is really cool. Of course, you don't have to sterilize everything, I guess, all the time, but they do recommend that for newborns. So we've been sterilizing everything, including my pump parts. So this probably would be good for pump parts as well. But the problem with this is it's so small. Like, it's good that it's compact, you can travel with it, but it's so small that it would take a couple cycles to do all of my pump parts, and my traveling pump would definitely not fit in this. But this bottle warmer has a smart memory function. The last used warming time is remembered for your next use. That would be fast and easy to use, easy to heat up, because it would remember your last function, so you wouldn't have to like program it again. So that's cool. 8-in-1, fast warming, 2 to 7 minutes, depending on the size of bottle that you have. I think the biggest size is 8 ounces, and that would take, I think, a full 7 minutes to heat up. Thaw your frozen breast milk. Keep warm for 24 hours. Steaming for sanitization. Food heating, it has the timer that automatically turns on and off. Adjustable temp, and anti-scald basket. So that's what this is. So when you don't have to like grab the bottle that you just heated, you can just use that and pull it out. So those are all of the 8 functions. I think we're gonna try this tonight and just see how she likes it, and I guess I will report back to you probably tomorrow at some point, or maybe when I just get the time, and let you know how she liked it. But I'm really excited to try it. I really wanted to open it tonight just so that I could get this on camera so that we could actually use it, because I did want to do an unboxing for you guys and let you know my first impressions of it. I really like it. I probably would have bought something really similar to this, if not this exact same thing, because like I said, we were in the market for it before they sent me the email asking if they could send me this. So I was really excited to receive this, because it would have been something I would have purchased anyway. But I will give you, like, guys, a real honest straightforward review. I'll let you know if there's things about it that I don't like. I want to be honest with you guys, but so far I'm pretty impressed. Like I said, if you were going to take this traveling, my only thing would be that it would take forever to sanitize things in it, if that's what you're going to use it for. But if you're like not someone who sanitizes their pump parts, or maybe you're only going to use this to sanitize one bottle at a time, hey, I mean, that would be great for travel. I'm going to open this next. Like I said, I don't know if I will take the Freedom Mom one out and compare it to this for this video or not, but I definitely will compare it to the hospital bulb syringe, because that has been a little bit tough to use. It definitely can be tough to clean because you have to submerge the entire thing, and like, you know, you guys know. So here's the instructions. Turn device off right after snot sucking finished to avoid mucus backflow. Cannot be turned on while charging. Never let snot inside storage chamber to over 1/2 capacity. To keep the battery healthy, charge the battery to 100% every 2 months if you do not need to use it for a long time. Oh, it even has a whole bunch of troubleshooting things if you have any issues with it. Interesting. So here's the device. They sent it to me in this green color, which I really like. If you don't know, all of Elora's things have been like this sage green color. So like we did her nursery in kind of a green color, and then we also did like my baby shower and everything else, like we did green, and all of our portraits are in green, so that's fitting unknowingly, obviously, for them. And I think this just snaps on right here, possibly. Okay, I just twisted it on, locked it. This is the one that came attached, but they also provide ones that look like this. The other one is like has a slanted tip, and obviously the charger. There's the charger. So you need a brick because it doesn't come with a brick, but that's just a regular USB. So it's not charged currently, so I will have to charge it and get back to you guys on this. But it does have the suction button here. Obviously it has a light so you can like see how much you've suctioned if you're doing that in the dark, and then it has this like music feature where it like plays music or something. I don't know if that's supposed to like comfort her, because I can't imagine that this suction, she doesn't like being suctioned with the bulb syringe, so I can't imagine that she would enjoy being suctioned, period. But I'd like to see maybe if the music actually does calm her down when you're suctioning her. That would be kind of interesting. But I'm gonna disassemble this for right now and charge it, and I will put it upstairs in her little cart, and if we need to use it, we'll use it, and I will let you guys know how it is. Once again, completely honest review, even though they sent this to me as kind of like a PR sponsor thing. I'm gonna be honest with you guys in my review. I'm not gonna tell you guys that I like it if I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you guys and let you guys know if it is better or easier to use than the bulb syringe from the hospital, because that was free, and possibly I will compare it to the Freedom Mom one, because the Freedom Mom one is very similar to this, but I think the Freedom Mom one is more expensive than this. I will do some research and I'll put on the screen how much the Freedom Mom one costs compared to how much this one costs, and I will let you guys know how it works. Like I said, obviously links in the description box. If you or someone you know could use any of these products, you will get a discount if you use my code linked in the description box as well. But yeah, thank you so much to Groansy for sending me this stuff, because I was going to buy it anyway. Maybe not so much this, but I'd like to know comparison wise how it compares to the Freedom Mom and the bulb syringe. I would be really interested to know, especially if this one's cheaper. So like I said, I would like to do like a complete birth story, like from beginning to end, in a separate video, because I know I like to watch birth videos and birth story videos. I don't know if any of my subscribers would be interested in that. Obviously it's going to be just a little bit TMI. It is a birth story after all, so if that's not something you're interested in, obviously feel free to skip that one. But if it is something that you would be interested in watching, then look out for that video. But I just wanted to let you guys know how we're doing. Like I said, we did newborn photos today, so I'm really excited to get those back. We were going to do them a little bit earlier in the week, but she's been having such a hard time sleeping at night that we've been struggling as well. So we kind of put those on hold for a couple more days, but I'm hoping that she gets a little bit better sleep tonight. I'll be asking the pediatrician about my breast milk compared to her formula, because I don't want it to be the end of the world. That it seemed like she had a hard time tolerating my breast milk at first. I'm hoping that she grows out of that, or maybe it's a dietary issue I can fix. But as of right now, we're kind of struggling with that. I'm just pumping and storing it, and I'm hoping that she can use it later. I really don't know what else to do. But her pediatrician is also a lactation consultant, so I'm hoping that she has some advice for me and some guidance on next steps, because I really would like to breastfeed, but pumping and feeding her formula is a lot of work and it's really exhausting and it's just something that I'm not enjoying postpartum, unfortunately. But aside from that, I'm feeling really good. Physically, I'm feeling good. Overall, in my pregnancy, I lost 30 pounds in the beginning of my pregnancy due to the constant sickness and nausea, and I only gained 28 back, so I was negative 2 pounds for my entire pregnancy overall. And I actually left the hospital 10 pounds lighter than my pre-pregnancy weight. I'm doing all right. Laura's doing fine, aside from what seems to be maybe some reflux issues. Maybe that's possibly why she's having a hard time going back down to sleep at night, but I will try to address that with her pediatrician. But she's doing really well aside from that. She's all smiles, she's very happy, she's gaining weight like she should. That's our update as of right now, 12 days postpartum. And I will try to get back to you guys on how these products work. I'm really excited to test them out, and I will see you guys in the next clip. Bye! Hi guys, I am back. It has been a few days since I recorded the first part of this clip. Elora is sleeping right now, so I'm trying to get all of the things done that I could possibly get done during her nap time. I've just finished my first video back from maternity leave for EA's channel, so that will be up on, I believe, October 11th, I believe, so I think next Wednesday, so a week from today, so be on the lookout for that. But I'm gonna try to record this really quick before she wakes up. I do want to mention that we did use the bottle warmer a few times since my first recorded clip, and I want to let you guys know what we think of it. As far as it being necessary for her, I don't think it is, simply because she will drink cold milk, like she will tolerate cold milk, and she's relatively okay with that. For when she wakes up screaming and she's just extremely upset and wants to be fed right away, we just give her cold milk, because it does take, I think, 5 minutes to heat a bottle up, and when she's screaming, crying like that, I just think the 5 minutes just isn't worth it for warm milk. We could just give her cold milk and she tolerates it fine. I will say though that she does tend to enjoy warm milk better, and it does tend to put her to sleep easier. And also, she tends to not want to latch to the bottle right away when the milk is cold, because it's kind of like a shock, like the temperature is a shock to her. Like I said, she will drink it, but she does tend to kind of fight with latching the bottle, whereas if the milk is warm, she kind of tends to latch right away. I will say, if you're going to prep a bottle beforehand, like if you know that your baby is going to wake up exactly 2 hours on the dot from their last feeding, or 3 hours on the dot from their last feeding, then you can go ahead and prep a bottle and give it to them that way. She tends to her wake up times vary a little bit, so it could be 2 hours, it could be 2.5 hours, it could be 3 hours from the last feeding, and she's tending to eat just a little bit more milk now that she is a little over 2 weeks old. I will also say that we have switched her over to exclusively breast milk because she was not tolerating the formula anymore. When she first came home from the hospital, it seemed like she wasn't tolerating breast milk and she was doing way better with formula. Now it's kind of flip-flopped, where she was not tolerating the formula anymore and she was throwing up, like projectile vomiting formula. So we just decided to strictly give her breast milk, and she has been 100% fine since then. She does tend to have problems latching to me as well. It's not just like bottles and stuff. So I am exclusively pumping. She's only latched to me maybe like 3 times since we came home from the hospital. So for now, I am just exclusively pumping and giving her breast milk in a bottle, which she seems fine with. Another thing I will say though is that I am glad that they sent this to me, and I'm glad that I got it, simply because it does have a food warming option, and she's not old enough obviously to have any kind of food, but I will say I will definitely use it for that later on down the road, because I would rather warm up her food in that than try to warm it up in the microwave, because microwaves just don't work for anything you're gonna feed to a baby, because the temperature is highly variable. You could sit there and try to get it the exact perfect temperature and have it be cold in the center, and like it's a lot. Whereas I could just pop it in that and have it be done in like 5 to 7 minutes, and it would be the same temperature throughout, and it would be like a cool temperature. I could just immediately give her the food. So I will definitely be trying it out for that whenever we start baby-led weaning. Also, another thing that I like about having that is that I do have a bottle sanitizer, and I'm using it right now for my pump parts, but I will say that having a second device that can sterilize things is really nice, because sometimes I have like 1 or 2 small things that won't fit in the bottle sterilizer, and I could run both at the same time, so everything gets done at once. So I will say I really like that function of it as well. Whereas for her, she will drink cold milk, so it's not 100% necessary for her to have a bottle warmer. It is nice, and it definitely has a bunch of other functions that I enjoy using it for. Like I said, discount code in the description box below. Please ignore the bottle sterilizer doing my pump parts right now. And also, my links are not commission eligible, so they did send me this product for free. I do have a discount code, but if you click on the link, I don't make any money. So I'm just letting you guys know, 100% transparency. Link in the description is not commission eligible. I haven't used the nose suction device yet, but I think I'll probably try to use that tonight, because she does seem a little bit congested today. So I'll try to use it at some point, and I will get back to you on how I like it. But I'm hoping that it's better than the bulb syringe, because we have 2 of them from the hospital, but they're hard to clean, and it just seems like it's hard to get a good suction from those, and obviously you have to keep like squeezing it to, like, it's not continuous is what I mean. So I will try to use that, and I will get back to you on that. But I did also want to update you guys. She did have her second pediatrician appointment a few days ago, and she has gained over 1 pound since she came home from the hospital, and they said she's doing really great. So she's 100% perfect, and she's eating really well, and she's gaining weight. I think the breast milk is doing her well at this point, and she doesn't seem to have really any issues with it now. I was really afraid that she wouldn't be able to tolerate my breast milk at all, and we would have to strictly formula feed, which I have nothing against formula. I just really wanted to breastfeed her personally, and I'm really glad that I am able to do that now. So I think we're all happier for that, and as of right now, my supply is more than what she drinks, so I'm hoping that I can keep up with that, and when it regulates, it doesn't dip any so that I have plenty of milk for her. But we are keeping a little bit of formula stashed away just in case until my supply regulates, and then after that we will either return it or give it away to someone who needs it more than we do. But yeah, that is the update on that. I also wanted to record a birth story at some point, but I will let you know that my healing process has been a lot longer than I anticipated. And I will say that the one thing I didn't expect was for the sides of my legs to still be numb almost 3 weeks postpartum. And I don't know if that's from the epidural or if it was just from where she was pressing on a nerve, because I did have some numbness in my left leg when I was pregnant with her, but the more I would walk throughout the day, it would kind of dissipate. It would really only show itself or like start feeling numb when I would lay on my left side in bed, and then when I got up it would kind of go away. But since I had the epidural and I was laying in bed for like 26 hours, specifically I was more so laying on my left side, the left side of my leg is completely numb still, and it's a really odd and frustrating sensation, especially because I was having a lot of like shooting nerve pain down that side of my leg, and that was really uncomfortable and really painful. And really any sensation like cold, heat, scratching my leg, the dog jumping on my leg is still painful, but I'm having a lot less of the shooting nerve pain now. So gradually it's getting better, but it's taking a while, and that's just one thing that I really didn't expect from birth or from the epidural in general. I'm glad that I got the epidural. Obviously I probably would not have survived without it, but that's just one side effects that I was not at all anticipating. And obviously I had that symptom before I even had the epidural, so I feel like maybe it just kind of exacerbated it, because I do feel it on my right side still, but the right side is much better than the left side. So that's our update as far as me and baby. We're both doing really well. Exhausted, but we're both doing really well. She definitely does have a witching hour at least once a day, sometimes twice a day. And it's hard to get her to go to sleep, but a car ride will always do the trick. So we got back from town a couple hours ago and she's still napping, but I'm definitely gonna have to wake her up here in a couple minutes to eat. So I'm gonna get going on that, and I will see you guys for the next clip or update, hopefully when I get around to using the nose suction thing, and let you guys know how I like it. Alright, thanks for watching. Hi guys, it's been a couple days, but I am back with an update on how we liked the nasal aspirator. So I will say that I really like the light on it, and I have a few clips that I can put in, like showing the features of the nasal aspirator that I got. It has the light, it has music, and it has 3 different speeds. Also, the music has 2 different volumes. So I will say that I didn't put it on the highest speed, I just put it on the first speed of suction because I wasn't sure how she would like it, but it didn't upset her at all whatsoever. Like, she just let me suction her nose, which I was kind of anticipating her to not like it because she hates the bulb aspirator from the hospital, albeit we use that to suction like her mouth. So that probably just upsets her more, that area, than maybe her nose. But she didn't mind the first speed of suction whatsoever. It has 3, and I put my finger on the tip of the nasal aspirator on the 3rd setting, and I was really surprised at how powerful it was. So I was like, oh, I'm definitely not gonna start on that speed. She didn't mind it at all. It did a relatively good job. I will say I think it probably would have worked better if I had done like some saline drops in her nose first, because her mucus was not runny whatsoever, so it was hard to aspirate like that. So I had to go back in with a tissue afterwards and like get the rest of it. So I probably should have used like some saline drops, like the little remedies. I have some in the cabinet, I just didn't use them beforehand. I think it probably would have worked a little bit better if I had done that. I will say the one thing I dislike about the light is that it's colored and it flashes. I kind of just wish it was just like a white light, like a dull white light, so I could just see what I was doing. It's better than nothing though, because the hospital bulb aspirator obviously is like the simplest tool you could use, and when you're changing diapers and doing night feedings and it's dark in there, it is really nice to have the light. So when I did the recording of the demo, I went to her nursery with the lights off just so I could show you guys that it's not a super bright light, so it shouldn't wake her if I were to use it at night. I obviously just used it during the day. It's like 5 o'clock so she was already used to today's like afternoon lighting. But I will say I do think that because it's colored, it probably would be less likely to wake her, just because red light and other like forms of dull colored light tend to not wake babies. But I kind of do wish it had a setting for like a dull white light. That would have been nice. So that is my only bugaboo or complaint with that product, is I wish it had a setting for like just a regular light. But other than that, it did exactly what it was advertised to do. She didn't mind it whatsoever, and I do think that the higher speed with the saline drops would be really, really, really helpful for when she's congested, or maybe if she gets a cold. And I did just use the tip that came on it because I think that is to prevent the nozzle from going too far into the nose of like a newborn. I think the other tips are probably for like older kids, so you can kind of go a little bit further back. Don't mind the dogs. But anyway, I just used the tip that came on it. I'm assuming that is for newborns, and she didn't mind that whatsoever. Yeah, I really like it. I think I would probably change a little bit of how I use it next time, like the drops, different speed, things like that. But the first time I tried it, I didn't mind it. I definitely like it for night feedings because of the light. Because with the bulb aspirator, you have to use a different form of light, and the phone flashlight really irritates her. I've noticed, because if I use that for like diaper changes and stuff, it really irritates her and it wakes her up. And typically if you're doing a night feeding, you want them to stay sleepy so that they'll go back down. So I do like that aspect of it a lot. Completely unfiltered review of it. Just because they sent it to me for free does not mean I'm not going to tell you exactly what I like and don't like about it, especially as a new parent, because things need to be useful for me. I don't want any products that are hard to use. So that's what I think about it. Like I said in the previous clips, if you know someone who could use this product, or you could use this product. The link will be down in this description. I don't make money from you clicking on the link. I think there's 2 different codes, one for the nasal aspirator and one for the bottle warmer. You can get a discount on those if you purchase off of Amazon. Also, Groansy has a dual bottle warmer. I did not realize that they have the single option and the dual option, because somebody that I follow on TikTok had twins, and she swears by the Groansy dual bottle warmer because obviously she needs to warm 2 bottles at once. And I didn't realize it was made from by the same company. So I've seen lots of great reviews on that product, specifically from this brand, and I've heard great things about the dual bottle warmer as well. Obviously, I don't need to warm 2 bottles at once, thank goodness. But I really like the bottle warmer and I really like the nasal aspirator. So those are my reviews on those 2 products. Feel free to use the discount code if you need something like that for yourself or for someone else. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. While I have you guys here, I also wanted to just do some thank yous for some of the baby gifts that I've gotten recently. It has been quite a hectic 3 weeks since we've been home, so I'm just now getting around to filming the thank you. But I do want to give some shout outs for some of the baby things that we received. So this first package here is from Karen, Steve, Alex, and Cody Howard. So I want to say thank you so much. Let me see if I can show some of the things that we got here. We got this adorable little cuddle blanket with a stuffed animal on it. Super soft material too, so I'm really excited for her to be able to use things like this. We have, I think, about 7 or 8 of these now. So thank you guys so much. They also sent a man pacifier and 2 boxes of washcloths. Thank you so much for that stuff. We really like the man pacifiers and the advent pacifiers because of the shape of the pacifier itself. So spot on for that. Thank you so much. And then also, I think they sent a blanket. It is a blanket, but it fastens in the front here, so you can kind of wrap her up in it, and it is super like heavy. Like it's a good quality blanket. It is like a winter blanket. And that's perfect because it's about to be cold here. Yesterday, actually, it was 55 degrees. This morning, it was 65 degrees in my house because we haven't turned the heat on yet. And of course, you know, when you turn the heat on for the first time of the season, you're going to have to burn off all of the dust and things that have accumulated in the system over the past couple months. And it always sets our fire alarms off. And I really don't want to do that and wake her up while we're home. So I think I'm gonna have either my parents or Elijah kind of do it while I'm out of the house with her so that it doesn't upset her. We really need to do that. So thank you so much for this. I can tell it's already gonna be a cold winter because it's cold already here. And it is only October 8th. So thank you so much for that. It's like very good quality. Like this inside is super soft. It's like a heavy duty blanket. If there was anything else in the package, I think my parents have already opened and filmed themselves opening that. So go check out their channel. I believe it's on the longer video that was almost an hour long. I believe at the end of that video they went through opening gifts and baby stuff. But I've got some more things over here. This one is from Louise Love Cup. Oh my gosh, this jacket is so stinking cute. I mean, look at this jacket. And it's the perfect size, 36 months for this winter. So I am super excited to get to use it. It is so adorable. I can tell just by feeling the inside that it is warm. It's very warm. Thank you so much, Louise. And then also we have this little stuffy, and we have this hanging or standing glass plaque. So we can put like a little picture in there, and it's got a little saying. Super cute and thoughtful. And then the last thing in here from Louise are these little shoes. Look how cute these little shoes are. My goodness. 0 to 3 months. So she will probably be able to fit in these. If not now, then super soon. We haven't put any shoes on her yet, but I definitely do want to try some shoes out just because I think they're so stinking cute. So thank you so much, Louise. Someone does not want to be put down for a nap. I've tried to put her down twice and she's not having it. She wants a contact nap. So I'm doing all of this one-handed. This gift was absolutely incredible. When I opened this, let me tell you, my goodness. So this gift is from Shelly. There were some other things, I believe, from Shelly that were for my parents, and they also opened those on camera. So go ahead and check out that video if you haven't already. They left a few packages for me to open that were individually wrapped, and they were wrapped so nicely in this beautiful wrapping paper with little bows and everything. And let me tell you, when I opened this, I am just so impressed, not only with the creativity, but the craftsmanship and the talent that it took to make these. My goodness. So there are 2 scarves, and look at the coloring on these scarves. I mean, beautiful, beautiful. And then here's the other one. They kind of remind me of like jellyfish tentacles, the way that they're designed, like these little piece by piece little sections here that are all different colors. And I think she said one was for me, one for my mom, one of each for Kristen and Kendra, and 2 baby items. So she said we can decide which one we want, but I'm definitely thinking about keeping them both because they're so cute. Look at this little hat. Hand knitted all of this stuff. I mean, the time that it took to hand knit all this stuff for us, I just can't even believe it. Look at the little scarf too, matching scarf to go with the hat. That is so, so adorable. I love the coloring on this one. I mean, it's so cute. They have little charms as well. A little fairy charm here and then on the top. And then I've also got matching socks. I mean, so stinking cute. I mean, the thoughtfulness, the execution of them, I mean, they're so cute, and I just can't like wrap my mind around someone like taking the time and the effort and like the money and everything to send us things. I mean, we are so appreciative of everyone sending things, especially these handmade gifts. I mean, so beautiful. The craftsmanship and the talent and the time that it took to make these, I can't even fathom. So incredible. Shelly is so talented. I love the colors of them. I love the little fairy charms. It's so unique, and it's stuff that you could never find in a store anywhere, and every single time that we wear it or that she wears it, I think of you guys in the YouTube family. I mean, just the thoughtfulness, I mean, above and beyond from Shelly. Thank you, Shelly. And we've got one more thing in here from Shelly. So I've got another hat. I mean, I love the purple. Purple is one of my favorite colors, and it's got a little dog charm on the front and on the top. And then, of course, we've got the matching scarf for that hat. And also, Shelly did not miss a single thing. Shelly thought of everything. She sent individual washing machine bags so that we can wash them without damaging them or having the pins get stuck on anything else in the washer. Like, she thought of everything, and she sent individual bags for everything that she made. One of the most thoughtful gifts I've received. Shelly and Abigail, 2 of the most thoughtful gifts that I've received. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, I just can't believe that this is our life, that people send us such amazing, thoughtful, handcrafted gifts. Like, I just can't even fathom that people want to do that for us and take the time out of their day and, you know, their money and everything to send us such amazing, thoughtful things. I just can't even believe it. Like, when I opened Abigail's, I was literally sobbing. And my husband and I opened this while my father-in-law was over visiting the baby, and I was like, I just can't believe this. Like, we were all shocked. It's so incredible. It's so beautiful. I can't wait to wear it. It's definitely getting cold enough to wear some of these things, just to know that they were made with such love and craftsmanship, and I just can't even believe it. I can't thank you guys enough for all the stuff. Also, we recently had Shannon drop by the lot and drop off a ton of baby stuff. I'm talking like huge bags of baby stuff, and I think she commented on my channel, but I've been so busy I haven't gotten back to her. So if you're watching, Shannon, I'm so sorry that I missed your comment, but I think she commented on the other channel as well. But oh my gosh, Shannon sent a ton of baby clothes and shoes and visual toys, teething toys, diapers, I think washcloths, pacifiers. I mean, just a ton of stuff. So thank you so much, Shannon. Like I said, I just can't believe the generosity of everyone and all of the amount of gifts that I've gotten. I mean, it's absolutely insane. I could not thank you guys enough for all of the stuff. Baby girl cannot thank you guys enough for all of the stuff. We're just so appreciative, and I absolutely am loving the handmade things. My goodness. I mean, just the amount of love that you guys have shown baby girl and I is just absolutely incredible. I cannot believe it. Like I said in the baby time video, I just can't believe the love and support that we've gotten from all of the viewers of both channels, and I'm just blown away. I'm blown away by the thoughtfulness, I'm blown away by the talent, I'm blown away by the commitment to making like hours and hours of making things like this for us. I'm blown away by the craftsmanship of it all. I'm blown away by the creativity of it all, and the ability of you guys to know exactly what is useful for us. Like my dad was saying, you could just talk about something one time or even think about something and it'll arrive at our door. Like I don't know how you guys do it, but you just know exactly what to send and exactly what would be useful for us and exactly what we like. So I guess that just goes to show that you guys watch a lot of the channel and you know our personalities. So thank you guys so much. You definitely pay attention. The attention to detail in these gifts is just absolutely incredible. I'm also blown away by the amount of subscribers and supporters that are from other countries or overseas that have sent us things. Oh my goodness, thank you guys so much. I think we got a set of hooded towels from Switzerland, and we did use those last night and they are fantastic, so thank you so much. I think that's all of the gifts that I've gotten recently. Also, I wanted to thank Jerry and Kelly for sending us the soups and the cookies. Thank you guys so much. You guys don't even understand how hectic it is to bring a newborn home and to have food ready and prepared for you to eat. It is amazing. Thank you guys so much. And it also did come with a really cool ladle. So we love the ladle, by the way. But thank you, Jerry and Kelly. Is super, super nice. And you guys knew exactly what to get for us. So thank you so much. I think that is everything for now. I also featured the vest. Carl and Kay that sent this little vest that I did post a picture of her wearing it on the community page of the Everything Autos channel, so if you missed that, her picture is on there of her wearing it. The personalization too, guys, that goes into some of this stuff is just, we're just blown away by it, and the creativity of it too. I mean, the little size, I mean, I don't know where they managed to find a newborn reflective vest or how they got the logo on the back, but I'm so impressed. Thank you, Carl and Kay, and if you missed it, go on the channel and you can see a picture of her wearing it. It fits her perfectly, by the way. And one more that I did not want to forget. Things have gotten mixed up at my house, so I apologize. But I also have this big bag of baby clothes, and I believe this was either from Shannon or it came with this. I'm not entirely sure, so I apologize about that. But I believe this stuff came from Mike and Sue Cassery. I believe that's how it's pronounced. I apologize if it's not, but I want to thank you guys so much. The zippers, I can already tell some of these have zippers. I haven't gone through all of them yet, but my goodness, do we love zippers. I love clothes with zippers. They're so easy to get her in and out of, especially at night when we're doing diaper changes. So these will be used a million times. Thank you so much. But I wanted to add that in because I think that is the last one that I have here. So I didn't want to forget anybody, but I think that's everything that I've received. And this is like a whole bunch of bottles and bibs and bottle washers. So thank you, whoever sent this. I think it was either Shannon or it came with this one, but I'm not entirely sure who it came from. Also, this becomes a piggy bank. It's got a little slot in the top, so you can put like money, or if you wanted to use this at a baby shower, you can put other things in there like cards. So yeah, thank you so much, especially for the bottles, because we have had a whole journey of having to panic buy, basically pumping stuff in bottles and things like that because she was on formula and we were supplementing, and now I'm having to pump, so we're using a ton of bottles. So thank you so much for the bottles. They will definitely be used 100%. But I wanted to mention that before I forgot. I think that's everything. I hope I didn't forget anyone, but I have a ton of baby stuff, so thank you guys so much. She is waking up now that I put her down, so I'm gonna get back to that. So yeah, I think that is everything that I wanted to go over with you guys today. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. She had a horrible day yesterday and she did not want to sleep for me, but today she's been pretty perfect. She has gone down for every nap except for this one. She just wants to contact nap on me, which is fine. But I think we're gonna go and eat dinner with my parents here in about an hour or so. So I'm going to hopefully work on some TikTok videos and some YouTube shorts for you guys, because I am out of SD cards over here. I've edited everything that I had to edit for videos on the channel. So I think the first video back that I will be airing will be either October 11th or 13th, probably the 13th, because we've got a lot of backdated videos that my dad worked on that are scheduled all the way out until I think the 11th, or I think a little bit even after that. So he's been banging out videos. So there are a few more videos that he has edited that have yet to air, but my first video back will be next week. So look out for that video as well, guys. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching this channel and the other channel. Thank you guys so much, the ones who sent gifts. I can't say thank you enough. I can't even put into words how incredibly blown away I am by the thoughtfulness and the creativity and the work, the craftsmanship of all of these gifts. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible, and I'm just so thankful for you guys and grateful, and I could never say it enough. So, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to get some work done. Then we're gonna go eat with baby girl. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to this channel and the other channel if you haven't already. Consider liking and sharing the other videos. You can like this video as well. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one, whenever that one is. Bye.